It was an accident. And it can happen to anyone. And it's not something that I wish for to have happened or anything of the sort. No, it's something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. Yeah, so tomorrow is basically Sunday. Obviously, there's still plenty of work that I know I'm not going to get finished today. But obviously, tomorrow I need to take the day off because I can't be selfish now. You see, as much as I'm awesome and I'm great and all of this, everyone also wants to share in this greatness. So obviously, tomorrow is my day off by virtue because she's practically asked me to be taking off at least a day or two so I can at least spend some time with her. So basically tomorrow it's going to be a lazy Sunday for me. Most probably going to be in bed all day long, watch YouTube documentaries, Netflix. I'm gonna be a normal person tomorrow. So basically I'm going to be average tomorrow. So it's like I'm going to take off my Superman or my Wakanda shield, and then basically I'm going to be a normal guy tomorrow. So that's what it is. Okay, so basically Van der Walt is the name of a company. I don't know, for some reason people think that you're limited to naming what your company wants to be. I mean, if I want to be known as Jaco van der Merwe, or if I want to be known as Yappie, or identification fraud in what sense? Because here's the thing, funny enough is that when white people open their businesses and they call it Tutungeni, Ileni Pamwe, or Totongwe, it's a norm. It's like it's something normal. But when a black person then says, I'm going to name my business Van der Walt or whatever the case is, then people all of a sudden want to have an issue. Like there is no issue when it comes to what it is that you want to be known as. So as far as I'm concerned, Van der Walt is a great name, and that's why we chose to have Van der Walt as our company name, because obviously it gives us broader space to play around. Because let's just face it, our people, especially black people, they are more likely to come to Van der Walt than they are likely to go to Shikongo or Shilongo. For the mere fact that Shilongo and Shikongo have in the past not given these guys good services. So when people obviously always see black, they just distinguish to say no, service there is going to be shitty, or it's not going to be good services and things of that nature. Plus, here's the thing, I also need some white money. Jaco is not going to go to Shilongo. Jaco is not going to go to Shikongo. But Jaco is definitely going to come to Van der Walt. Yeah, I mean, Van der Walt is a typical, I don't know what you can say, but it's a typical name that you can find there. Van der Walt.
So it's not of someone you know, it's not...
No, it's not someone that I know. It's just a name that I said, well, this name would actually sound nice. Van der Walt Trailers, Van der Walt Group of Companies, Van der Walt Printing, Van der Walt Trucking, Van der Walt... It's a very simple, straightforward question that you asked. So why all these cases against me? Why obviously my bank accounts being frozen? assets taken and all of that. Now, you need to first understand, the first and foremost illegal thing that I did was I went against a system quo. I went against the status quo. Now, what's the status quo? The status quo is that you need to go to school, you need to get yourself a job, you need to fit in society, you need to pay bills, and you just need to be a normal citizen. Don't ask questions, live until you're 60, get your lousy pension, and then hopefully you don't die before you finish your money. That's the status quo. And then eventually I said to myself, well, this is a system that's not so good. In fact, this system, if it's anything, it's fucked up. Let's admit it. The system is fucked up. So I then got into Forex, and then I started making shitload of money. And as a result of making a shitload of money, people started approaching me. In fact, the first thing that we started doing is we started offering training to people. People would come and then be like, no, please, I also want to do this Forex thing. Please give me training. So we said, that's not a problem. We then started giving people training on how to trade Forex. After a while, some people managed to become successful. Others didn't manage to become successful. The few who didn't have any luck came back and said, man, what if I give you some of my money and then you trade it for me? And then I was like, well, I don't see any issue with this, but let's have a contract. Let's have some form of agreement. So what we then started doing is, you would give me your $5,000. We would sign an agreement to say, I want my money back after a period of 2 months with a return of 50%. So you give me your 5,000. After 2 months, I give you back your 7,500, and you're very happy. Now you become so happy that you go tell your sisters to say, hey, Owens, there's this thing. I don't know what you guys are doing, but you're missing out. There's this guy, he's running this business. You basically give him this minimum amount, and then after 2 months, he gives you a 50% return rate. Now, what started happening, you started now having a whole lot of people who are now taking their money from the banks, from their savings, from their unit trust, and then these people basically started investing their money. Now, traditionally, people would put their money into the bank for a period of 2 years, 3 years, hoping for their money to grow. Now, imagine having $10,000 in the bank at a rate of 5%. That basically means after 1 full year, your $10,000 is only going to give you $500 as interest. Then somebody comes along and says, if you give me $10,000, I can give you $5,000 within 2 months. Which option are you likely to take? You are likely to take the option where you get $5,000 over a period of 2 months. So what started happening is I started destroying the system, which was the banking system. Now, the banking system, we all need to understand. The banking system has never benefited us as the people. In fact, if it's anything, the bank have only scammed us over the years. How is it possible that we put in so much money, but we get so little return on our investment? So that's basically what I did. That's the first illegal thing that I did. I basically started exposing a system that was not working, and I showed people a system that could work way much more better. So that's my sin. That's the crime that I did. The manslaughter is basically a car accident. In 2010, I was involved in a car accident, and then someone died in the car accident. So that's why it's called the manslaughter, because it's not something that you did deliberately. Because remember, if you kill someone accidentally, it's called manslaughter, homicide. But if I kill you with the intention of killing you, then it's called murder. So how many people have been in car accidents? How many people have died? But for some reason, it's always special when they speak about Michael Amushelelo's manslaughter, because For some reason, obviously, you've walked your way up the ladder, the social status, as they say, and you've obviously become someone of importance. So when people speak about you, they obviously try and drag you down to say, yeah, but this guy killed someone. No, I didn't kill someone. It was an accident. And it can happen to anyone. And it's not something that I wish for to have happened or anything of the sort. No, it's something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. But now, because of an accident, should I now live with regrets? Should my life not move forward? Should I now become stagnant? Should I just stay the same? No, you can't. So, as far as I'm concerned, it was an accident, and that's about it. If anyone has an issue with that, I don't know how to tell you to deal with that issue that you have. Well, like you're saying, it's just another story. Now, if anyone hasn't noticed or anyone hasn't picked up, the only time newspapers sell in this country is when my name is on front page. Fish Rot is not selling, Swapo scandals are not selling, so who else better than to put my name on your front page newspaper in order for you to sell? Because every time my name is in the papers, trust me, that paper is guaranteed to sell. Because people for some reason love and hate me at the same time. So is that relationship where you don't want this guy, but at the same time you want to know, okay, what's happening to him? So it's like every time people are praying for my downfall, it's like I just keep bouncing back up. So it's basically another story, hogwash. I would call it bullshit at best. That's what it is.